Going live. Good afternoon. This is Tony Dattino. I am the founder of the USA Memory Championship, and we just finished last Saturday our 24th final USA Championship. And John Graham was our winner. This is the third time John has won. We had a really good afternoon, and Full Sail University again did a superb job of capturing it. And you can go to our USA Memory Championship YouTube page, and you'll be able to see what the event was and the speakers and what a great day we had. But for today, what I wanted to do is take you through what our Tea Party event looks like and how we present people to the mental athletes and how they have to observe them. They have to focus on their face. They have to focus on the information that they share. We give them a mix of lists and names and numbers and addresses and things of different sorts. And so I just want to take you through at least what that event looks like so you can appreciate what these men and women that participate in the Memory Championship have to go through. So here's how we do it. Well, the first thing we do is we have them watch a video. So if you can just look at what this person looks like, we just have her come out on a video. It's about a minute long, and she starts with her name. In her case, she's Salem Wren Claremont, and you want to obviously capture her name and look at her face. So you want to look at her face and think of, what is the memory skill that I need to have to remember people's names with a face? So in this particular case, they watch a video for about a minute, and Salem Wren introduces herself and tells you when she was born, in this case on May 30th, 2002. She's verbalizing this now, and we give them the mind maps on a second pass, so follow what happens. She then tells us what her high school alma mater was. In this case, she went to the El Paso Institute, and they were called the Blazers, and she graduated from El Paso in 2020. She lives, now she tells us a bit about where her home residence is. She's from El Paso, Texas, and we now put in a zip code. In this case, it's 79945. She's employed at, so where does she work? And where do these people work that we're going to meet? And in this case, Salem Wren works at Starbucks, and she's a barista. She does have a pet. So we asked them to give us something of interest on a pet-friendly way, and she has an American short-hair cat whose name is Tuxedo, and she calls Tuxedo. Oh, the color is Tuxedo. I'm sorry. The color of the cat is Tuxedo, and it's called. She calls this cat Corn on the Cob. That's a puzzling, interesting name. But she's got three hobbies. She likes to sew. She likes to play video games, and she's a soccer player. So here you go. If you look at her and you listen to it, you're connecting this information to her as she's speaking to you. She loves a car. She has a car. It's a 2006 Kia Soul, and its color is mysterious blue. She loves foods. What she likes most is apple pie, sweet Italian sausage, and she loves baked potatoes. So now the mental athletes have to watch this and absorb as much. The second thing we do is we now hand them a mind map. So the information that you've now heard me speak to is on a mind map, and Salem comes back again, and she now is talking to them, looking at her face again, trying to remember her name, and now she's going to repeat everything she said earlier. Her birthday of May 30, 2002. Her high school alma mater was from El Paso Institute, and the Blazers was their name. She graduated in 2020. Her home residence is El Paso, Texas, and now you've got to have a little bit of work here, because now you got to remember her zip code, and her zip code was 79945. And if you recall, she was working at Starbucks as a barista. We go over to her pet, and if you recall, she had a I remembered the short-hair cat. I didn't remember American short-hair cat. Was colored Tuxedo, and from there we named the cat Corn on the Cob. She likes to sew, play video games, and soccer. So here again, these are the information bits that we give the mental athletes. And she has the 2006 Kia Soul, and its color is mysterious blue. Do you remember what her foods are? She loves apple pie. I did remember the sweet Italian sausage and the baked potato because I do enjoy both of those the same. So this was one of 6 people. Let me see if you can go with this second person. We'll go a little bit quicker. And we're going to look at Morgan. So now here we go again. We're going to look at Morgan. And Morgan's name is Ellis Kustner. So it's Morgan Ellis Kustner. And off we go. And he gets out and he speaks and tells us his birthday was August 24, 2001. So he's a year apart from Salem. His high school alma mater was Valakai Area High School, and they were the Ravens, and he graduated in 2019. His home is in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and if you know anything about zip codes, that was a 19135. He was employed at Goodwill, so he was a part of one of the Goodwill cashiers. He had a pet. It was a domestic long-haired cat who was named Tabby, and his hobbies were reading, jigsaw puzzles, and crafts. He had a 2008 Lincoln MKZ that was colored birch, and he loves chicken pot pie, macaroni and cheese, and Belgian waffles. So again, he comes out and does this, then we put the mind map up, we take this mind map up, and he repeats all of this information again, and off we go. And we do this with 6 people. We do this with 6 people. And as you can see, they have to remember this information on all 6 of these people. And they get the opportunity of listening to them on a second occasion with the map in front of them. And we have to absorb all of this information. And they have to be able to now take 5 minutes. So they get the first piece, they hear it, then they get to see it with the mind map, and they've got them all spread out in front of them. Then they get 5 minutes to study. So we give them 5 minutes to absorb everything that they may have taken, and they can look at their notes, they can look at their mind maps. They have 5 minutes, and then we randomly bring these people back out one at a time, and they have to remember who these people were, and we ask them about their birthday and their high school alma mater and their home residence and their employment and their pet and their hobbies, their car and their foods. And now they come back out in a random sequence, and they have to remember who these people were and what the information was about. It's a very challenging competition. It's a very challenging event. Not everyone is able to do as much as they do, and it's amazing that we did this one year in New York, and we had 6 finalists, and they actually remembered all of the information of the 5 people that we brought them out on stage. They were able to retain and recall all of the information. It blew it away, and that blew us away. And when we took it up to 6 people, and that seems to be the stumbling point when we go from 5 to 6 people. But it's an exciting event because as you watch the YouTube video of the memory competition, you can actually watch each of these people come out and share their information with you, and you can practice your own memory skills. You can go to the videos and you go to YouTube, USA Memory Championship, and you can pull down the actual competition, and you can watch this particular event. It's one of our favorites. People are always asking, how do they do that? And it's amazing what these men and women that compete in the Memory Championship are able to do with it. And I would challenge each of you to go give it a go. If you can get through this event, boy, there's not anything you can't do in the USA Memory Championship, because the rest of it just fits in with the basic skills, and this event just consolidates all of the skills, the numbers, the words, the lists, the names and faces. And maybe you too can become a USA Memory Champion. It's another Friday. It's time for a break. We have a weekend about us. It's hard to believe it was a week ago that we did the Memory Championship. This week has kind of flown right by. And we'll see you out back here on Monday and Live with Tony. Please check out the USA Memory Championship website. Please check out the YouTube USA Memory Championship broadcast, and give me some feedback and let me know what you think.